Hello and welcome to Uncorked, the show we break down your favorite made-for-TV movies one bottle at a time. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and today we're talking about 3 Housewives and a Body. 3 Housewives and a Body stars Rachel Hendricks, Christine Oherse, and Sagan Dragonarium. The movie opens with Jade packing her bags because she's finally decided to escape her abusive, controlling husband, Craig. Good for you, Jade. Get your stuff, get out, call the police, call a friend, call literally anyone. Unfortunately, she calls Craig's mother, Maud. Before Jade can make it downstairs, someone sneaks up behind her and pushes her to her death. Cut to Lorelai, a suburban housewife/baker who is sad because she just had a miscarriage. Her husband Parker is off to work, looking like he stepped out of a men's business catalog or something. Meanwhile, Lorelai brings cookies to her friends, Ella and Jackie, because nothing says I'm emotionally devastated like showing up with a plate of baked goods. Ella has been her BFF since middle school, while Jackie is the newer friend who sometimes gets third wheel status. Suddenly, an intruder with the most suspiciously trendy highlights I've ever seen bursts into the house and grabs Lorelai. He wants to know where Maddie is. The women immediately transform into suburban action heroes. Someone grabs a frying pan and beats this man down. Honestly, the best part of the movie so far. Ella goes to call the ambulance, but Jackie says no. Why? Because she recognizes him. It's Craig, Jade's abusive husband. Except Craig is now dead. And apparently, the 3 women have decided they are the FBI because they immediately conclude we can't have a dead body in the house, which is correct. Let's call the police, which is also correct. Oh, never mind, let's bury him in the woods. Ladies, what happened to calling 911? They proceed to have the most suspicious conversation imaginable while standing over a dead body. They check his phone and see missed calls from someone named Troy. They basically say, that's weird. Anyway, let's grab a shovel. They dig through the night, and it's not the girls' night they were planning. Parker later sees Lorelai coming home covered in dirt. What were you doing? He asks. I was planting roses. You look like you've been digging a grave because maybe you have. Cop Corey starts investigating a suspicious man lurking around the neighborhood and wants to see their doorbell camera footage. Jackie knows her doorbell footage caught everything on camera, so she says the camera's broken and deletes the footage. Meanwhile, Lorelai's camera alerts Parker that Cop Corey is at the house. Parker immediately thinks his wife is having an affair. Your wife is not sleeping with the officer, she is trying to cover up a dead body. Meanwhile, Jackie is increasingly behaving like someone with several passports hidden under her mattress. She receives letters from a woman named Maud addressed to Bree, and she has a drawer full of them. There's also a photograph in which the woman from the beginning is literally cut out. At this point, the audience is putting this together faster than Lorelai. Jackie is not Jackie. Her real name is Bree. She took custody of Maddie after Jade died and ran away to start a new life. Honestly, it's basically a witness protection program, but with better cookies. Lorelai tries to tell Ella what's happening, and Ella thinks she's crazy. So Lorelai goes to Maud's house alone. So naturally she does the sensible thing, she pretends to be someone else. Eventually, Lorelai decides it's time to go to the cops and tell them everything. And honestly, good for her. Except she takes him to the woods to show him where they buried Craig, and the body is gone. Cop Corey is now thinking this woman has completely lost it and asks Lorelai if maybe she should take a nap. He drives her home and Parker sees them together and once again thinks, affair. Parker, your wife has committed homicide and possibly helped conceal a kidnapping. Maybe put your jealousy on the back burner. Then Lorelai finds a picture of herself and Ella at Maud's house and finally learns what's really going on. Jackie is Bree. Maddie was taken after Jade died, and Troy killed Jade. And basically everyone is one bad decision away from needing a lawyer. Then Troy follows Lorelai home and attacks her in her garage. Parker finally comes home and beats Troy with a golf club. Honestly, I think the affair would have been easier to explain. Then Lorelai and Ella have a big emotional friendship confrontation. They cry, they hug, they forgive each other. A beautiful moment of female friendship. And Ella immediately says, we're not going to the police. These women have had the moral flexibility of a pool noodle. Ella says they can handle Craig the same way they did before, and Lorelai tries to run away and immediately runs into a wall, knocking herself unconscious. At this point, I'm not even sure Troy is the biggest threat to Lorelai. Architecture is. Elle ties her up and calls Jackie/Bree for help. They explain that they're just trying to protect themselves and their kids, and honestly, I understood wanting to protect yourself, but perhaps maybe try 911 before woodland burial. Then Troy kidnaps Ella and Jackie/Bree and holds them at gunpoint in the woods. He makes them dig up Craig's body. Meanwhile, Lorelai escapes, grabs a knife, and gets into her car and drives to the police station. When she returns, does she bring the police? No, apparently she left them at the station. Her brilliant plan is to sneak up behind Troy and yell, "Leave them alone." That's it. That's a strategy. No backup, no police, no plan. Just Lorelai. Troy shoots her and takes off. And Jackie/Bree chases him and Ella joins in. All three women tackle Troy and wrestle him to the ground, and finally the police arrive. Maud arrives, Parker arrives, everyone arrives. Just a little too late. 1 year later, Lorelai and Ella both have babies at the same time. They've buried the hatchet, and Jackie/Bree is still around too. All three women are still on probation. Probation? These women buried a body, destroyed evidence, lied to the police, concealed information about murder, and Lifetime is like, okay, they're moms now. And that is 3 housewives and a baby. 3 housewives and a baby took domestic abuse and turned it into a plot point. So for me, that would be an automatic put a cork in it. Or text START to 88788. You can visit the website, thehotline.org. It's free and confidential. That's it for this week. Let me know what you think about the movie in the comment section below and follow the show at Lifetime Uncorked. You can also follow me at Patrick Miguel. Lifetime Uncorked is a podcast with hundreds of episodes recapping Lifetime movies. Listen wherever you get your podcasts and visit lifetimeuncorked.com for full reviews. If you like this episode, please leave me a tip on Ko-fi, buy me a glass of wine, and I'll keep watching Lifetime. That's it for this week. We'll talk to you next time. Bye!